Hello, my friends. I'm Katerina from Huayin Group.
I'm Clover.
Welcome to Huayin Live Show Journal. And here today in our live room will be a live show. And totally today we have three parts. And in the first part, Clover will introduce you about the big paralysis machine 10 ton per day per batch. And in the second part, I will introduce the mini paralysis machine 10 kg. Yeah. And in the last part, we will visit the workshop and to see how we produce the paralysis machine. Yeah, as you see, Huayin Group is a manufacturer of paralysis machine for recycling waste tires, plastic, oil to full oil. Yeah. For example, here you can see, it's waste car tires.
Yeah,
and the capacity of our machine is 10 ton per day per batch. So, after paralysis, the 10 ton waste tires, you could get about 4 ton
fuel oil.
fuel oil. It could be used for heating in a boiler factory or other industrial plants. And you could also get about 3 tons steel wire, and for this is about 1.5 ton.
Yeah. 1.5 tons to 10 tons, right?
Yeah, and here is carbon blank, and you could also get about 3 ton carbon blanks. Yeah. So as you see, the pyrolysis process is totally no free waste.
Yeah,
it is free waste.
Yes. And Katerina, can you also introduce to our clients what can we do with these products, like the oil? Where can they use it? And carbon black and steel wire.
Yeah, and they could sell the full oil to the cement factory or other industrial and boiler factory for heating, as a full oil. And as for the carbon blank, it could be made to briquette, and as a fuel to heat the boiler and the other industrial factories.
And also the steel wire.
No, share with us.
The steel wire. The easiest way is to directly sell to the scrap steel dealers, and also you can refine it to steel balls, but that will be high cost. So usually clients directly sell it.
Yeah. So my friends, if you are interested to this paralysis project, please don't leave our lecture room. And in the next time, Clover will introduce more information about our paralysis machine 10 ton per day per batch. Okay. Clover, it's your turn.
Okay, Katerina, thank you. And my friends, thanks for staying with us the Huayin Live Show. And in the following time, I will introduce three parts. First, about who we are, and then about what we do, the machines we produce. And third, Katerina and I will introduce the machines and the manufacturing process in our workshops. So first, let's see who we are. As you know, Huayin is established in 1993. We have been in this waste tire and plastic oil sludge to oil recycling field for 28 years, and Huayin does this business earliest in China. It's the top one company, and in 1993 to 2003, Huayin has done numerous plant running and test running, and have improved the technical part a lot. And at that time, Huayin is a plant user, same like you, and not a plant buyer. So Huayin knows what's the most important thing to this project: safety, and then it has to be environment friendly, and then it's perfect. So Huayin stands in your shoes, Hua Yin knows what you want and what you care about. So and Hua Yin solves all the problems you worry about in our factories. And in the first 10 years, from 1993 to 2003, because Hua Yin has done let me say first. Because Hua Yin has done many testing in our factory. When the technology is mature, in 2003, Hua Yin turned itself into a plant manufacturer and put the machine in mass production. And in the past years, from 2003 to now, we also have continuously improved our plans and pay attention to details so that your machines can run safely, smoothly, and can get you profit. And what Hua Yin only focuses on waste to oil recycling. And first we do this, we process plastic, but later we developed this business into tire, oil sludge, and user agent oil. So, and now we are also tapping into other fields like aluminum foil and other materials. So, the competition is getting fierce, but Hua Yin, we are always improving in this field, and we are always helping you to stay in front of this business and to help you get profit. And third, Hua Yin provides one-stop service. Hua Yin is a factory, and Hua Yin has our own technical team, our own installation team, and our own after-sales department. So Hua Yin will customize a solution based on client's needs, and Hua Yin will come up with a suitable design that meets your needs. And Hua Yin will manufacture your plants, will pay details to the manufacturing quality. Later you can check, and Hua Yin will install the machines for you. And the Hua Yin will test run the machine and provide worker training so that your workers can learn how to operate the machine, how to do maintenance, and can master all the skills required for this project, so that they can run the machine well even after engineer goes back to China. So you don't have to worry about anything. And Hua Yin specially built an after-sales department to serve our clients well. So the after-sales department will follow you regularly and to serve you and to learn your feedback, and then feedback your ideas, your suggestions to our factory and to our engineers for us to further improve our machines. So this is a positive cycle that will help you and help our machines getting better and better. And now let's look at our factory. In the past 28 years, Hua Yin has developed from a small factory to now a big factory with 3 workshops, with a covering area of 16,000 square meters. Now let's look at the 3 workshops. First is the number 1 workshop, the workshop for manufacturing reactor, the main part for the pyrolysis machine. And second workshop is to place the machines ready for stock. And number 3 workshop is to manufacture other parts like a cooling system, dust removal system, auto feeder, and so on. And you can see here is our plant dispatching area. The plant is dispatching. And here is in our workshop, the manufacturing workshop, the plant the steel plate cutting, rolling, and steel plate rolling the manufacturing process. So we adopt many advanced production machines to make the production process accurate and highly efficient. So we can lower our management costs while improving the accuracy and ensuring the quality. Let's see next. This is our R&D plant. It accounts for 7,000 square meters. And do you know the function of this demo plant? And this has three functions. First, it's initially built to test our new technology. You know, Huayin is a factory, and we have always done the plant research and development. After we have a new design, a new machine, a new improvement, we will first test in our machines, in our current machines, many times to see whether the design works well or not. If it works well all the time, then we will promote it to the market and we will use it on our clients' machines. And second, it's for train our engineer. You know, the engineer installation is very important. If you have a good machine but you cannot operate it, it is a trouble. The machine is just a bale of steel. It has nothing use for you. So we will have to ensure the engineer are fully skilled. And by the way, when you buy a machine, you have to ensure that the supplier will send the engineer to you to provide installation service. So Huayin will train our engineers to let them operate the machines many times until they have mastered all the skills for operation, maintenance, and training. Then we will dispatch them to our client's site, domestic and foreign sites, to help clients install the machine. And the third function is to show clients the vivid process of waste to oil recycling process. You know, and the project is very complicated, and to see is to believe. So many clients would like to see with their own eyes how to process tire and plastic into fuel oil. So with these running machines, you can see the process yourself and have a full understanding. That's all the three functions for this R&D plant to do technology tests and to train our engineers and to show the process to our clients. And over the past 28 years, Huayin has done a lot of invention, and for many inventions we have applied patents. So you can see our 13 patents here. The auto feeder, the oil water separator, the pyrolysis machine, the vacuum device, and so on. So you can see our Huayin is a technology-based company. We have the technology improvement all the time. And we also have applied the ISO 4001, ISO 9001 quality certificate, and this is the environmental certificate. And here, the occupational health and safety management certificate. So you see that our machine is environment friendly and is safe and also healthy and safe and also friendly to the workers. And in the past 28 years, Huayin has installed the machines in 79 countries all over the world. We have done many client site installation. So let's look at the countries. Asia, 26 countries. India, Pakistan, Thailand, and so on. And Europe, 23rd country, 23 countries. Belgium, Germany, Ukraine. So you can see we have much experience in different fields. And Africa, 15 countries. South America 7 countries, and North America 6 countries. The Thailand. Now let's end. I forgot one. Here, North America 6 countries and Oceania 2 countries. So you can see in almost all continents and in many countries we have installed the machines. So Huayin has Huayin is familiar with the local conditions of many countries. If you want to do this project, you can share with us which country you are from, and so we can share with you the client case in this country and in neighboring country, so that you can you can get more you can get more information about this project, and you can see that we can do your project well. Now let's look at the client case. First, in Thailand, this Thailand client bought a complete production line of tire and plastic to diesel machines. We can see here he has 2 sets of 10 PD pyrolysis machines and 1 set of distillation machines. So every day he can process 20 tons of tire and plastic to fuel oil. Here is his material with the plastics. You can see here his plastic is waste and mixed, not clean and sorted. So many clients they have plastic, they worried that and they need to sort them out by different types. That's no need, not necessary. You can just put all the plastics together into the reactor. It's okay, totally okay. And here is the oil they produce. You can see first the pyrolysis oil, the distillation oil, and diesel. Then oil quality and oil color gets better and better. And here is their oil tank. And second, the South Africa client. The South Africa client processes 20 tons of tire per day. So he has 2 sets of 10 PD pyrolysis plants. And you can see then 2 plants can share 1 furnace. This can save you the land area, also easy for workers to operate. And here is the plant layout drawing, and here is the factory layout drawing. You see here the plant, the rolling machine, cutting machine, and the storage yard, and here the office parts. So when you are interested in this machine, you can also share with us your factory layout drawing, so that we can optimize the project for you to see where to place the plant and where to put the office and the bathroom and so on. The picture of the plants, the pyrolysis reactor and the cooling system. You can also share one cooling pool, so to make it land area shorter and to increase the efficiency. The carbon black discharging device, and you can put a simple roof or shed over the plants, or you can leave it open, or you can build a factory. That depends on you. That's up to you. All is okay. And Jordan client. This Jordan client also processes the tires. He has 2 sets of 10 PD machines too. The roof and shed, the machines, the installation stage. And here you can see the Belgium client. This you notice that, right? The plant looks smaller than the previous ones. Why? Because this is not 10 PD capacity. This is 1 ton capacity. 1 ton pyrolysis plant and 3 ton distillation plant. So this client bought a mini production line to apply the license. So he already showed the running process of this plant to the government and already got the license. The function and the advantage of this one-ton mini production line is to easily test the material to quickly see the oil quality and to show the environment-friendly process to the government and to your potential clients if you are a trading company. And let's look at Finland. Finland client also bought a 10 PD production line, complete production line with a tire pyrolysis plant, with the oil distillation plant, and the color and smell removal plant. And here you can see the oil quality. This is the pyrolysis oil produced from plastic, and this the distillation oil got from the pyrolysis oil, and this is a diesel refined from the distillation oil. The quality gets better and better. The diesel you get from tire and plastic is very suitable for use in industrial machines such as tractors, forklifts, excavators, and earth moving machines, like so on. It is also suitable for power generators to produce electricity. In here, the Bangladesh client, the processed tire. You see here, the client has complete tires and tires cut in pieces. So each way is okay. And for tires with the diameter below 1.4 meter, no need to cut or shred, just to feed them in whole to the reactor is okay. So that's very easy. And you can look at here to have an overview of our 79 countries and the pictures. And you see we have clients about a complete production line or only pyrolysis plant, and clients who process tire, and the clients who process plastic, and the clients who process oil sludge in Albania. And you can see we have installed them in different countries, hot countries, cold countries, and countries with different economic conditions. So whether you have what kind of land condition or budget or some specific needs, we can meet your needs and we can customize a suitable solution for you. And just now we introduce who we are, who Huayin are, a factory with 28 years experience in waste tire and plastic to oil recycling field. And now I will introduce what we do, the products we make, the machines we make. And Huayin has machines with different capacity, 10 kg per batch, 1 ton per batch, and 10 ton per batch. And we also have a continuous plant. But our most popular capacity and the most profitable capacity is the 10 ton capacity. So today I will mainly focus on the 10 ton capacity, and it has two models, Model C and Model C2. Their main difference is the cooling system. Later I will show you. So let's first look at Model C. It has 6 parts. The reactor, pyrolysis reactor, the main part of the pyrolysis machine, and the cooling system to cool oil gas into fuel oil, and the dust removal system to clean the smoke coming out of the furnace. And here the fourth one is the heavy oil burner to heat the pyrolysis reactor with fuel oil produced from tire and plastic. And the fifth one is U-shaped screw conveyor. It is to discharge carbon black, a byproduct of the process. And the sixth is the hydraulic feeder. It is to feed tire and plastic into the reactor. Automatic feeding, very efficient. So here is an overview of the pyrolysis plant. And now let's look at each part. First, the reactor. The reactor is to heat tire and plastic into fuel oil. And this is where the thermal pyrolysis process happens. And so it requires high temperature and it has to be fully sealed. So this is very high requirement for the reactor and requires great care when manufacturing the machine and when operating the machine. That's why technology is most important. And let's look at its manufacture and its components. First, the inner boiler part, and for heat to accept heating. And second, the external insulation cover to keep the temperature, and the gear for the gear and the four rollers to rotate the machine, and the gear and the reducer and motor, and also the base to support the reactor, the feeding pot to accept tire and plastic, and here is the oil outlet part to allow oil gas come out and be cooled later. And the material of this reactor is Q245R. It can accept high temperature for a long time, so it can enjoy long service time. And we please pay attention to this. This is matters to safety and to the reactor's service life. You see here, the rollers are supported. The rollers support the connecting pipe of the inner boiler part instead of supporting the reactor body directly. Why? Because this is to ensure it's a safe and even operation. And because after long time thermal expansion and contraction, the steel plate will be deformed. The surface is not even. So if this part accepts high temperature, it will rotate, and the bubbles, and there will be bubbles on the steel plate surface, so it cannot rotate very evenly. It will jump and shake, so it will affect the connecting part to the catalyst chamber. If so, and there is oil gas inside the pyrolysis reactor, so it will not be safe. So we have to ensure this part is no high temperature. That's why we didn't support the reactor body directly. Instead, we support the connecting pipes. So it's far from the heating furnace. It has no high temperature. That's why it can ensure smooth and even operation all the time, no matter how long and how high temperature you heat the machine. That's why we ensure its safety. So when you choose a supplier and when you choose a pyrolysis machine, please pay attention to the design of the roller supporting parts. And now let's look at another part, the condensing system. The condensing system has two types. This is the square box condensing system, and in next page I will introduce another one. Its function is to cool down the oil gas coming out of the reactor into fuel oil and collect it to the oil tanks. So you can see it has several cooling stages. First, a condenser pipe and the square box condenser, and also we have anti-backfire device. And you also see here the oil gas purification device and the oil water separator to separate oil gas and to separate liquid fuel oil and water. And here is the two oil tanks to collect the liquid fuel oil. And And the square box condensing system has 20 pipes in total, and each pipe is 6 meters long. So together 120 meter long. It can ensure it has so long cooling distance. So the oil coming out is common temperature, or it's lower than the environmental temperature. Very good in cooling effect. And the maintenance is also very easy. And now let's look at the condensing system, option 2, the Model C2. And this is also very popular, and its advantage is that it's suitable for all countries. You know, because the square box condensing system is so high, so good cooling effect that it is not suitable for cold countries like Russia, because the temperature there is already very low. But in Russia and other cold countries, you can choose this. It's very good. And here you can see that it is also has three cooling stages. First, the condenser pipe, and then the square box, and then the frame structure, condenser, and also the anti-backfire device. And same like another cooling system, the oil water separator, the oil gas purification system, and the anti-backfire device at the other side. So, and this is designed as the frame structure, so it's very easy to install and to move to another place. You just need to place it to the right place and connect it to the reactor, and connect the reactor to the dedusting system. Then the machine can work, and easy for loading and unloading. It can be fit into a 40 high cube container. Very easy. And then the flue gas deduster, its function is to clean the smoke coming out of the furnace and to meet the environmental standard. It has several parts. And first, the 5.5 meter stainless steel dedusting system, and it has a ceramic filter inside to absorb impurities, and it is stainless steel, so it can stand corrosion and enjoy long service life. And also inside it has high pressure water nozzles to spread high pressure water film, and to pump to press down the impurities, so that only clean air can go out to the chimney and meet your environmental standards. And you see here the dedusting system, and also the induced draft fan, the motor and the pump to pump water, and here the chimney and the chimney pipe. And here we see another system to discharge carbon black. The carbon black discharging system has to be fully sealed, because you know that carbon black is very light and it's very dirty. So if it is not fully sealed, carbon black will go out and polluting the environment. And here we choose the fully sealed carbon black pipes. And we also have add knuckles along the pipes, so it's easy to open it for you to do the discharging, for you to do the maintenance. Before we had this knuckle design, you have to pull out the whole screw out to do the maintenance. The maintenance time is long, but now it's very easy and short time. And you can see here the dynamic process. There is a carbon black discharging port at the reactor inner boiler part, and the outside insulation cover. So before carbon black discharging, you just need to open these two doors and then close the external insulation cover. So and rotate the machine. So when the discharging port rotates to the bottom of the reactor, the carbon black will drop to the bottom and then be collected by the screw conveyor and then be collected to the hopper. The whole process is fully sealed and safe, and it's very quick. In 2 hours, you can discharge the 3-ton carbon black. And the fifth system is the heating system. It is to heat the reactor with self-produced oil. So you don't need to buy oil from the market. It's very easy and convenient. You can see here it has the oil burners 1, 2, 3, and it is connected to the oil tank. And we will also provide the pipes. And also you see here the blower to blow oxygen inside to increase the heating efficiency, and the medium pressure blower. And by the way, the heating system can be installed underground or overground. It depends on your local land conditions and depends on your country's law for the construction. So when you can share with us your local land conditions and whether your government allows you to dig it underground or not. And the last system is the hydraulic feeder. It is to feed tires and plastics into the reactor automatically. So it's very efficient and it's very safe. Why is it safe? Because after the first batch, the temperature inside the reactor is still high. So it's not so it's not safe for workers to go inside now. It has to be cooled down for a longer time. But time is money for you, right? So to save the plant cooling time, you can use auto feeder. In this way, workers don't need to go inside for feeding. And also it can feed quickly. In 2 hours, you can feed 10 tons of tire. So you can save the plant cooling time and also the feeding time. Also, you can feed more. So this is very unprofitable for you. And why it can feed more? Because it has 6-ton hydraulic pressure. It can push the materials very hard. So and can shrink them to tighten it. So it can save a lot of space. That's why you can feed more. And now let's look at the process flow, the working process. It has several stages: feeding, and then heating, and then the oil, and after heating, the oil has producing and oil producing, and then the plant cooling. Let me introduce it. First, we load the material into the pyrolysis reactor. Using auto feeder, it only takes 2 hours. You can feed tire and plastic. And then you heat the machine with fuel oil, and so you can use fuel oil or natural gas or wood and coal. The preheating and the oil producing totally takes about 10 to 12 hours. And the oil gas come out, then it will go to the condensing system, then be cooled down into fuel oil, and the non-condensable combustible gas, which is about 5% to 10%, it will go back to the furnace and to support the heating, saving your fuel. While the solid part, the carbon black, it will stay inside the reactor and the steel wire. So after oil producing process is done, you can discharge carbon black out first and then to discharge steel wire. Okay, and that's all for the working process. And for the products, you will get 40% fuel oil and 35% carbon black and about 15% to 20% steel wire and 5% to 10% syngas. The pyrolysis fuel oil is very popular for industrial heating and burning. You can use it in many factories like cement factory, garment factory, boiler factory, and so on. You can check the neighboring factories around you, and you can use it you can use it in power generators too. So you can sell it to power plants. And carbon black is also very popular for industrial heating and burning, and it is a good material for rubber and plastic products. So, and the easiest way and popular way is to directly sell it to coal plants or power plants and to mix it together with coal because it has a very good heating value, about 5,000 kilocalorie. If you need the report, just let us know. We can send you the SGS testing report for the carbon black. And the steel wire. And steel wire is easy and usually sold to the scrap steel dealers. And finally, the 10% combustible gas, it will be recycled to the furnace for heating. And that's all for what we do, the machines we produce. And if you have any question about the products, about the machines, just contact us, contact our sales manager. We will serve you. And now is the third part, the work. And now as I already finished the big machine, and now I will introduce our colleague Katerina to introduce our 10 kg mini pyrolysis machine. Hi, Katerina.
Hello, my friends. I'm Katerina. I'm coming again. Yeah, now you are in Huaying live showroom now. Hi, please take this TV away. Yeah, just now Clover introduced our big pyrolysis machine 10 ton per day per batch. And you see we have different capacity for choice and from 1 ton to 10 ton. Now behind on me is our mini pilot pyrolysis machine. The capacity is only 10 kg. And as you see, design of this pilot mini pyrolysis machine is totally the same as the big one. And moreover, it's made of stainless steel, so it could endure the long service time. Yeah, maybe you want to know who will need this mini pilot pyrolysis machine instead of the big one. Yeah, in the first case, yes, some clients want to test whether their raw materials could produce oil or not. And they want to test the oil quality and the oil yield and so on. Our pilot mini pyrolysis machine could meet their requirements because it could test different raw materials like different type of plastic, mixed plastic, cable, and waste tires, oil sludge, and even old clothes and so on. So after testing the different raw materials, you will know whether the pyrolysis project is suitable for you or not. Yeah. And in the second case, our mini pyrolysis machine is very suitable for you for showcasing. Cause some clients, they want to get license from the government. And So they will show the running machine to the government to, to prove that it's totally environmental friendly. And after that, they could get license from the government. You see, this pilot mini machine could run like the big one. And in the third case, some middlemen bought from us this mini paralysis machine cause they want to show the running machine to their potential clients. So my friends, now you know the usage of our pilot mini paralysis machine. Okay, let's go to these details. Now you see, this mini machine is mainly made of two parts. And here is the first part is reactor. As you see, the reactor is made of two parts. Here is inner reactor and the insulation cover. Yeah, and in the inner reactor, it goes the pyrolysis process, and in the inner reactor, the solid waste raw materials will be turned into the liquid oil gas. Okay, and the second part is cooling system. The cooling system contains the purification device. Yeah, it could clean the oil gas to guarantee the oil quality. And the cooling pipes. And here you could see 6 cooling pipes. And the cooling pipes could cool down the oil gas into liquid oil. And here is oil water separator. Yeah, it could separate oil from water. And here is 2 oil tank. It could collect the getting oil. And here is anti-bank device. It's our safety device, and we have patent about it. Okay, my friends, now I will shortly introduce the pyrolysis process. Firstly, you need to open this feeding door. Yeah, open this feeding door and to put about 5 to 8 kg raw materials into the reactor. Yeah, manually into the reactor, and then heating the reactor using the natural gas. It takes about only feeding raw materials takes about only 10 minutes. Yeah, and heat the reactor and begin the pyrolysis process. The pyrolysis process, it takes about 3 hours. And you see here there will be a thermometer, and when the temperature is about 250 degrees, yeah, in the inner reactor, the solid raw materials will be turned into oil gas. Yeah, and the oil gas will go through the purification device. Yeah, and next the cooling pipes and goes into the 6 cooling pipes and will be cooled down into liquid oil. Liquid oil will be collected into the 2 oil tanks. Yeah, as you see, there are 2 oil tanks, and in the first oil tanks, the oil is a little cooled, and in the second oil tank, the oil is very light. And the pyrolysis process, it takes about 3 hours. And after the process is done, stop the fire and cool down the whole reactor about 2 hours. And when the temperature is about 50 degrees, you could discharge the sludge in the reactor. How to help to okay. Then I will show you how to discharge the sludge. Yeah, the carbon blank on the sledge will be clicked into the drawer. Yeah, and here will be sledge. It's very easy for operation. Otherwise, it's very easy for installation. Cause you see the length is about 4 meters and the width is only 1 meter. So totally it takes only about 4 square meters. And for installation, you need only about 1 week. And our engineers will help you to install the machine, and we will also provide you videos to help you. And for operation, you need only one worker, yeah. And up to now, our mini pilot paralysis machine has been delivered to France, Egypt, Malaysia, Russia, France, and so on. So, my friends, if you are interested in the paralysis business and you want to test your materials or you want to test the market, maybe our mini paralysis machine could meet your requirements. If you have any questions or interest, please contact with us for more information about it. Okay, now my friends, the second part is finished. Now we will go to visit our workshop to see how we produce the big paralysis machine. Hi, Clover.
Hi, Katrina. So let's go to the workshops.
Okay, let's go. You see, we have totally 3 workshops. Yeah, and in the first workshop, we are producing the reactor. Yeah. And in the second workshop, is our storage. Yeah, there are so many ready machines for delivery. Yeah, and in the third workshop, they are producing the other accessories. Yeah, here now behind of us is our building house. Yeah, and here our technical team, after sales service team, and the domestic sales team, finances team, they are all working in this building. Okay, now here is our number 1 workshop. Yeah, now you are in Huayin live showroom now. Yeah, we are Huayin group. Yeah. And as you see, the reactor is the most important part of the paralysis machine. So first we will go to the first workshop to see how they are producing the reactor. Okay, follow us. Let's go to see the details. Now in the workshop it's very quiet.
Yeah, because it's still lunch break time.
Yeah.
And Katrina, just as we shared in the workshop, the paralysis reactor has 2 parts: the inner boiler part and the outside insulation cover, right?
Yeah.
So how about first we look at the inner boiler part?
Okay.
You see here, this is the inner boiler part for the 10-ton per day paralysis machine, paralysis reactor. So you can see it has several parts: the feeding part and the heating part, and behind this is the oil outlet part. And here you see the material is made of Q245R. It can stand high temperature, and the reactor is fully sealed. The welding seam is also very important. You can see here the welding, because it has to be fully sealed. So we only choose complete steel plates and roll them together and cut and heat and weld them together. You see here the welding seams. The quality is very good and very smooth. You see, you can touch it. And we have welded them several times inside and outside. And we already cut out the air bubble for inside. So you can still the welding seam, no matter how long time you heat it, it will not cause any oil or gas leakage.
Yeah, and the capacity of this inner reactor is 10 tons per day. Yeah, the volume is about 40 cube meters. Yeah, and in each cube meter it could hold about 250 kg raw materials like raw waste tires. So it could recycle 10 tons waste tires per day per batch.
Yeah, speaking of this, the, in the market there are many suppliers and there are many different capacities, different models. But how can clients tell about the true capacity, how much they can fit? That depends on the reactor capacity, right?
Yeah.
So, and the capacity is depends on what? The reactor length and width.
Yeah.
So how long and how wide is this reactor?
And the length of this 10 PD pyrolysis reactor is 2.8. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's 6.6 meters. Yeah, and the width is six. And the width is 2.8 meters. Yeah.
So if you want to know the real capacity, you just need to calculate the volume and then multiply by 200 kg. You will see how many kgs you can fit per day, per batch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are not sure, you can also share with us the reactor dimension, the length and width. Then we can calculate it for you.
Yeah.
And let's look at the steel plate for the reactor. You can see here it is made of Q245R and it's 16 millimeter. So and it's 2.2 meter wide and 9.9 meter long. And you can see it is made of complete steel plate.
Yeah. Hi Clover, do you know why Huayin Group chose the steel plate 16 millimeters instead of 14 or 18?
That's a very good question because Huayin, in 1993 to 2003, Huayin is a factory, right?
Yeah.
So we tested many times and found that 16 millimeter is the best to heat, to keep, to transfer the heat energy and also enjoy long service life. Instead, if thinner, it cannot enjoy long service life, and if thicker, it will affect the heat energy transfer. That's why we finally decided 16 millimeter.
Yeah. So after many times testing, yeah, we choose the 16 millimeters.
Yeah.
Hi, Clover. Here you can see a big bowl.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. It is hand cover of our inner reactor.
Yes, it's the head cover and support to be installed at both ends of the reactor. It is for sealing, and you can see the steel plate is also 16 millimeter, and it is also made of one complete steel plate. So it only has one welding seam.
Yeah.
Very good sealing effect, and also only one welding seam instead of the umbrella shape, right?
Yeah.
And so the less the welding seam, the more easier to seal it. And also you see the shape is like a bowl, and so and this is better to spread the pressure and make the reactor safer. So even if the plant meets any pressure and if the workers didn't do the cleaning regularly, there may be some blockage. But even under this situation, the pressure will go around and be spreaded, a buffer effect instead of focusing on one point. So You can see in many details that our machine is ensures safety.
Yeah. You see, Hua Yin has been in this field for 28 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hua Yin Group pays more attention on the safety and quality of the machine. Yeah,
Yes.
and just now we visited the inner reactor, and here you can see the whole reactor. Yeah, it's the inner reactor with the insulation cover.
Yes.
Yeah, it's already completed. Yeah, well, without printing.
Yes. And the installation cover are installed in the are installed onto the inner boiler part, so we cannot see inside. So let me introduce this to you. The external insulation cover has three parts. The outside is steel plate,
Yeah.
and the middle part is white rock wool to keep the temperature to ensure thermal insulation, and inside it is the refractory cement mixed with steel slag to keep thermal insulation and to prevent the cement from dropping off, and to ensure thermal insulation.
Hi, Clover. I have a question. What's the thickness of the insulation cover?
The thickness is of the insulation cover is 10 millimeter.
Yeah, and why Fine Group choose
10,
the
10 centimeter. I'm sorry, 10 centimeter.
10 centimeters? Yeah, got it. And why Fine Group choose the white rock wool instead of black one or yellow one? You see, in the market there are different types of rock wool.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I also see clients' feedback. There are other types like the black and yellow. The white one is best to keep to stand the high temperature. You know, the black one and yellow one, they cannot stand high temperature. So over time, it will shrink and vanish. So the steel plate, they have no rock wool to keep the temperature, then it will be damaged soon. And it will, when this thermal insulation cover has no effect, it will have three damages. First, it will increase the heating time, right?
Yeah.
And also it will waste your fuel, lose profit. And third, it is not safe for workers because the temperature will be too high.
It's very important, this point.
Yes, all these three are important. And the first two is about your profit.
Yeah.
And the third one is about safety. And safety is the first important thing.
Yeah. Well, from the surface, you could see anything uh, about the rock wool and the other materials.
Yeah, because the rock wool and the cement is installed is and completed and it's inside of the plant. You can see nothing, but that's very important part. And you know the plant has over 1,000 parts, and you can, but if one part is low cost, then low quality, it will affect the plant's operation. So every part has to be quality and to ensure safe and environment friendliness and to ensure energy conservation.
Yeah. And you see, for Fine Group, it's very important to choose high quality raw materials to produce the machine.
Yes.
Now we will have a look at our warehouse.
Yeah.
As you see, this paralysis machine contains more than thousands accessories.
Yeah.
And for our clients and friends who want to choose a reliable supplier, it's very important to visit their factory or see more details about this manufacturer.
Yeah.
Now we're in our warehouse now. here you can see many accessories.
Yeah, the parts, accessories for sealing and for connecting and so on. You can look at this, the metal gasket. It is for sealing. Let's look at it here. It's before we use rubber gasket and the asbestos gasket, but they are only one time use, disposable. And but so now we choose this metal gasket. It's very thick and it can stand many times, so it can reduce your replacement cost.
Yeah.
And we also have some connecting parts. You see here.
But there are so many different types of connecting pipes.
Yeah, the connecting types, the three-way connection, and we also have two-way connection, and we also have a five connection. So this can ensure the pipes can be opened in many ways instead of one way. So this can prevent pipe blockage.
Yeah.
Easy to open and clean. Huayin has one pyrolysis plant has over 1,000 parts. So we for every part we buy very good quality to ensure the plant run very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and here you will see the ruler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ruler support the reactor.
Yeah, the driving system. So the plant runs every day. So the driving system, the quality is also very important. It's very heavy and it's very thick. But we also use making machine to make it the surface smooth, so that we can rotate very evenly and smoothly. And because we want to ensure and control the quality, so we use a lathe machine and a specialized worker to do the roller ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Hi, my friends. Just now you see our pyrolysis reactor, and now we will go to the packing workshop and to look at our storage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you are in Huayin Live Showroom now. Huayin Group is a manufacturer of pyrolysis machine for recycling waste tires, and plastic to oil.
Yes, and we also have a distillation machines to refine this used oil to diesel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike our Thailand clients who bought from us pyrolysis machine and distillation machine, yeah, to get diesel from plastic.
Yeah. And he has bought many sets of machines, right?
Yeah, and several times.
Yeah.
It's our old friend.
Yes, and he likes our technology a lot, and he now because he also has the ability to sell in the local market. Now he's
Yeah.
our agent in Thailand,
Mm-hmm.
and our Belgian client. He also, the one who bought 1 ton mini plant production line. He bought. He also likes our technology a lot, and he introduced this technology to many clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
Oh,
very.
he's so kind.
Yeah, so kind.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are at our number 2 workshop.
Yeah, here you could see our storage. There are so many pyrolysis reactor and integrated condenser for
Yeah.
delivery.
Yes.
Hi, and here is our pyrolysis reactor. You after painting. Yeah, and the capacity is 10 ton per day per batch. Yeah.
Yes. And you can. This is after testing for our plant, for our client, and so you can also see the spiral plate and the anti-blocking sieve inside at the end of the reactor. You see, um, maybe the plant looks very similar with other um, plants in the market, but in the machine details are very important. And the spiral plate, the design and the height, and also the size of the anti-blocking sieve are very important. And then a spiral plate can ensure the heating energy transfer and also prevents the material from sticking onto the reactor wall. And the anti-blocking sieve can allow oil gas sieve can allow oil gas to pass through and also prevent the um, and prevent other solid parts from going through and to prevent blockage. So the design are very, very important. We have tested the anti-blocking sieve a thousand times to decide this size.
Yeah, and just now we said the except the paralysis machine, we also have distillation machine. And here is our distillation reactor. Yeah, and the capacity is also 10 tons per batch. Yeah.
What material can this distillation process?
This distillation machine could process liquid with the engine oil and pyrolysis tire oil, pyrolysis plastic oil. Yeah, to refine the liquid oil into non-standard diesel. Yeah.
Where can we use this non-standard diesel?
The diesel could be used for the ship, yeah, and for the heavy oil tractor, yeah. And now behind us is foundation. Yeah, hi Clover. You see, we have two choice. We have two different types of foundation for choice: the underground foundation and the overground foundation. Yeah, and here behind of us is overground foundation, and you don't need to dig the foundation. Yeah, and for you, it's very easy to install the machine.
And it's also very quick, right? Because workers don't need to take time to dig underground and to build the furnace themselves.
Yeah, well, it depends on your choice. Yeah, if you want to dig the foundation, we will provide you layout to help you to dig the foundation, and our technical will also help you to complete the installation. Yeah, and if you want to choose this overground foundation, yeah, then it's also a very simple choice. For you, it's very simple to install the machine. And here you can see there are so many holes. Yeah, and the three of them is for uh, heating oil burners, and the other three from these holes are for gas for gas burner.
For recycling the syngas into
syngas.
the furnace.
Yeah.
So this pyrolysis plant and distillation plant are self-sustaining. It can use the products they produce, the tire oil and syngas, right? So you don't need to buy fuel oil from the market.
And just now you mentioned in our lecture room, our pyrolysis machine has several parts, and including the cooling system. And here is our
54-meter frame structure cooling system. You see, it is similar to the 40 high cube container. It can be easily fit into the container, easy to load and unload, and also easy to install. You just need to place it to the right place and then connect to the reactor, and then it can work. It has it has 9 pipes. Each pipe is 6 meter long. So totally it's 54-meter long, the cooling distance. So the cooling effect is very good. The cooling area is long. And after cooling, the oil gas will be cooled down into the liquid fuel oil and then be cooled and be collected into the number 1 oil tank and number 2 oil tank. Also, it has the oil water separator device, right?
Yeah.
And the anti-backfire device to cool down the light oil.
And we have to emphasize this cooling system could be used in very cold countries, like Russia and other
Yes.
very cold countries.
Yes,
Yeah.
so there is no temperature requirement for the cooling system suitable for any kind of temperature, low or high.
Yeah.
And also, you can see here, it has flanges at the both ends of the cooling system. So after some time, you just need to open the flanges and to do the cleaning and maintenance. It's very easy. In the market, you may find that some pipes are closed. There is no flange. So how can they do the cleaning?
Yeah. So, and you see in one group, in order to ensure the cooling effect, and in each cooling pipe, there are 4 mini pipes. To ensure the cooling effect.
Wow,
Yeah.
so each oil gas, when they come to the cooling pipe, it will be divided into 4 parts.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Katerina, you reminding me of one thing. You know, the frame cooling system, the frame quality are also very important, right?
Yeah.
You see here, you can come closer and pay attention here. You see the plate thickness is very thick. It's about 5 millimeter, and and it's a very good quality and very nicely packed. But you can see, so when you are choosing a cooling system, you can pay attention and not only to the cooling system but also to the frame quality to see whether they are very thin or with thick quality.
Yeah.
And you can have an overview of our work. Number 2 workshop, we have many reactors ready to ship, and we for the cooling system, we also have in stock. So that if you are interested, you just need to give us money and place order, and we can ship within 1 week.
Yeah.
And arrange shipment. And here is the refractory bricks to build the furnace, right?
Yeah.
After, if you choose underground foundation, besides the construction drawings, we will send you 500 pieces of refractory bricks to help you do the furnace part.
And it's totally free.
Yes, it's
The
free.
layout and the bricks. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you buy machines from Huayin company, you are not only buying machines, you are also buying Huayin's technology and also Huayin's lifelong after sales service and technical updates.
Yeah.
We are strategic partners. After you buy machines, we will constantly help you to stay in front of this business.
Yeah. Hi, my friends. Now you are in Huayin lecture room now. Just now, we visit the Paris reactor 10 ton per day. Yeah. And as you see, we have different capacity for choice from 1 ton to 10 ton. Yeah. And the 10 ton paralysis machine is our most popular model.
Yes.
Yeah. And here now we will introduce the small paralysis machine. Yeah, the capacity is only 1 ton per day.
Oh, same like the one in Belgium kind, right? The one we
Yeah.
just see our live show.
Yeah.
Because please.
Because some clients they want to test the market, so this small paralysis machine is very suitable for them. Yeah. And you see here the reactor and the foundation. Yeah, it is a reactor with the foundation. So you don't need to dig the foundation or don't need to buy the overground foundation from us. Yeah, it's very easy for you to install the machine. Yeah, and as you see, the small paralysis machine uh, have several parts, and the reactor, and the small condenser, and the small auto feeder. Yeah, if you need.
Oh, it has every thing you have for the 10-ton capacity, right?
Yeah, it's totally the same.
How about we see the cooling system?
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, and here you can see the cooling system for paralysis machine 1 ton without printing. Yeah, and here you can see in it's also put it into the frame. Yeah, and the cooling system, it contains 2 cooling pipes. Yeah, and two oil tanks, and anti-bank anti-backfire device, oil water separator, and so on. Yes, simply is the design is totally the same with the big one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's also very easy and quick to do installation. I remember our Belgium client, he bought one complete production line of these machines, paralysis and distillation.
Yeah.
Together, it only needs about 20 to 30 days to install, right, and operate, right?
Mm-hmm. And our Belgian clients also want to get the license from the government.
Yeah, and he has already got the license based on these plans, right? Because he invited he prepared documents for these machines, and he invited government to see the running process, and the government saw it's environment friendly, and then granted the license to him already. Now he's preparing to buy the big commercial model. Yeah,
and it's continuous.
Yes,
Yeah. Instead of batch one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, Katerina, we can show our clients our dispatching method. Here you can see the inside of the pyrolysis reactor. When dispatching, we will load some pipes and the graphite packing and a motor and other things into this reactor to not only reduce the volume for other parts for the shipping. So this can save the shipping cost, but also can ensure that and can keep these parts and to avoid any potential loss of these parts because the parts are very small.
Yeah. Now, friends, we will show you the dust system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the water feeder. You see, we have different dust system for choice, cause in different countries there are different environmental requirements. Yeah.
Yeah, and over the past 28 years, we have several different types of detecting systems, and the three of them are most popular, and each is suitable for different countries, different environmental standards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's introduce to our clients one by one. First, it is our most popular model, the water film deducting system. It has high pressure, not several layers of high pressure nozzles inside, which can spread water film, very thin water film, which will press down the smoke when the smoke go out. So the impurities will go down, and only clean gas can go out of the chimney. So it's very clean. And this system is very popular for coal and wood. But you know, the oil, the tire oil and plastic oil has sulfur. How do we do with this? If we use coal oil, and so we have developed another type of deducting system. The 5.5 meters stainless steel one. Just like we can see the machine.
Okay, let's have a look. And here you can see. And here you can see it's our deduster system with ceramic filters. It's made of stainless, so it could enjoy a very long spare time.
Yes, and also inside it has ceramic filters and high pressure nozzles. We will place the ceramic filters inside when they reach to our client's site. The ceramic filters can and the water film can absorb impurities and can absorb sulfur, neutralize sulfur to meet the client's environmental standards. This has been installed in many European and American countries, like Turkey and like Belgium and other sites.
Yeah. Okay, and here now is our screw conveyor. It's for discharging the carbon blank or sludge from the inner reactor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So because the carbon black has to be fully sealed, right? It is dirty and very light, easy to fly. So you can see the pipes are fully sealed, and also we have a water jacket outside to cool down the carbon black temperature while discharging it. This is the water inlet and outlet, and also you can see here. Here is the knuckle design to easily open it and to do the cleaning and maintenance. So this can reduce your maintenance frequency and time. And also we have the auto feeder, right? The auto feeder is the first step of the pyrolysis process to feed tire and plastic into the reactor automatically and safely.
Okay, and here you can see the auto feeder for pyrolysis machine 10 ton. Yeah, this auto feeder it could feed the raw materials into the reactor. Cause you see it could save many time, to instead of workers to feed the raw materials, and it's very easy to operate the auto feeder. Yeah, and for feeding high clover, you see for feeding 10-ton with tires or plastic. Using this auto feeder, it takes only 2 hours. Well, if if workers manually feed the raw materials, do you know how long it takes?
It will take 4 to 6 hours, but sometimes clients cannot feed 10 tons, maybe 8 tons, maybe 9 tons. That's not sure, depending on how hard the workers push the tires and the plastics. But manpower is very small. But this auto feeder, it has 60-ton hydraulic pressure. It can push very hard and to save more space for more feeding. That's why you can feed 10 tons very easily by using auto feeder.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the dog is hungry. It is very hot outside.
And here is the oil tank. The oil tank. No, this is the cooling system
Yeah.
to cool down the oil gas. You know, we have three types of cooling system: Model C, Model C2, and this is Model A. And it's also very highly efficient because it has 57 of pipes inside the condenser, and we will dispatch. We have three such big condensers.
Yeah.
So together it's 185 pipes. One water will be discharged in goes to a 9 meter cooling distance.
Mm-hmm.
12.
So my friends, if you don't know how to choose the right one condenser, contact with us and we will depend on you. We will recommend you a suitable one.
Yes.
Depends on your requirements.
And depend on your local temperature and your budget and so on.
Yeah.
Because Huayin has installed in 79 countries, Huayin has a lot of experience in this field and can recommend a suitable solution.
Mm-hmm. Now we will visit our third workshop here. We could see the spare box, cooling system, and other accessories.
Yeah.
You see, before delivering the machine from our factory, we will test every part of the machine to ensure the safety and quality. Yeah, and here we will do the test.
When the pipes are completed, are finished, we will pour them here and to feed soap water inside, and then we will close the flanges and to pump pressure, and then to see whether there is any air bubble coming out.
Yeah.
If it is air bubble coming out, it proves the welding seam is not very good. We will weld it again and test again. If it's no air bubble, it means the welding quality is good. We will add the QC nameplate and means it's ready for shipping. It's good for shipping.
Yeah, and here you can see this part. This is the reactor has been tested. Yeah, and after testing, it has been packaged for delivery.
Yeah, ready for delivery. So we packed this very good and to prevent any potential colliding with other parts. Maybe this is for bulk shipping. You know, now the shipping cost is very expensive.
Yeah.
So some clients will choose bulk shipping instead of normal 40 FR to do the shipping.
Got it.
Now we can go here and see our cooling system.
Yeah, and as just now you mentioned, this sphere force cooling system mainly used in tropical and in tropical countries.
Yeah, because it is so good for cooling. It is so good cooling effect. It is very suitable for high temperature countries like Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, or like Egypt, UAE, and so on.
Yeah. Well, maybe we couldn't go through there. Okay, let's have a look and we will go.
Okay.
Okay.
We can go look there. So the workers are already, but it's a little noisy.
Yeah.
These are workers manufacturing the pulleys for the auto feeder. So the auto feeder can be easily pushed back and forth. And
Yeah.
two auto feeders, two paralysis plants can share one auto feeder because the auto feeder can also move from left to right.
Yeah. Okay, just now we visited the disaster system with ceramic filter. Yeah, and here we will have a look of the filter, ceramic filter. Yeah, and here.
These are used ceramic filters. So it's a little black.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, the ceramic filters will be placed like this in the dispensing system. So when the smoke will have to go layer by layer, and when they pass through, the impurities will be absorbed and the sulfur will be neutralized, while only clean no sulfur, smoke, clean gas can go out of the chimney. And when shipping, we will ship one box of this to you.
Yeah, and you don't need to change the filters to. You don't need to change it. You only need to clean the filters using water.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, no need to replace them every batch. This can be used for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything we choose for the clients, we want to ensure that it can be used for a long time instead of one time. Also, this will increase our plant manufacturing costs, and this will make sure the clients they can operate the machine very easily.
Yeah.
And this is our laser cutting machine to cut the steel plate. You can see the workers just need to operate the computer. Then the machine will cut the steel plate very automatically and very accurately. This can save the management cost while ensuring the cutting accuracy and lower the waste. You can see here, even this tiny hole is very accurate, and it's very even. And you see here,
For this one,
wow,
it
it has so many holes. If one part is not good, then the whole plate is waste, right?
Yeah.
So we use automatic laser cutting machine to cut many holes very accurately. This can reduce the waste of steel plate. That's why we can manage to produce 200. We can manage to produce 25 paralysis machines per month.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our pipe rolling machine. Our steel rolling machine. And this is our pipe cutting machine to cut the pipes into different shapes and different sizes. And after steel plate rolling and cutting, we will weld them together to different systems like this, the one for auto feeder and other parts like the cooling system, production system, and so on.
Mm-hmm. Hi, my friends. Now you are in our number 3 workshop, and we should use how we produce the accessories. And the third part is going to finish.
Yes.
It's going to end. And now, my friends, now you are in Hua lecture room. If you want to start paralysis business and you have any interest in this project, please feel free to contact with us for more information. Yeah, I'm Katerina from Hua Group.
I'm Clover from High Group, and we will also give you suitable suggestions on how to do this project and what things need to be paid attention and when doing this project, like the how to apply license and where to get the raw materials and where to sell the output, right?
Yeah. Now, now, my friends, our live show is going to end, and here is Hua Group live show room. Yeah. Hua Group is a manufacturer of pyrolysis machine for recycling waste tires, plastic, oil sludge, and other solid waste raw materials into oil. So if you have any interest in our product, please leave your email or your WhatsApp phone number, and we will contact with you to provide more information for you. And just now, we showed you all the workrooms about our paralysis machine. If you have any questions and you want to get more files, SGS reports, and please contact with us, and our salespeople will provide you more information and details about the machine.
Yes. So see you next time in our next month's live show.
Yeah, and see you in July.
See you in July. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.